Welcome back to a new and exciting episode of OWLTV. I'm Trey Clemens.
And I'm Jimmy Rector.
This week we have a very good lineup of stories.
The first story this week comes from Roxana and Marty.
Let's watch as they grace us with their knowledge on the new improvements here at MHS.
Marshall High School has been around for 30 years, and just like we have makeovers, our very own high school has had its very own few tweaks.
Well, we have several improvements. One is the parking lot. We had fading lines on the parking lot, so it was difficult for visitors in particular to know how to park. We used to have straight lines and then they were slanted, and so we went back out and took the old straight lines off and had them removed, and then we added the slanted lines, and so that's all freshened up, as well as adding handicap parking spaces so that we are compliant with federal regulations. The other improvement, probably most significant inside the building, is we've added about 100 square feet onto our nurse's office, and we've been able to add a vision and hearing screening station, which is really nice so that the equipment doesn't have to be moved around so frequently and recalibrated. And then also it will be just more accessible to wheelchair students because of the size. Those are probably the two most significant improvements that we've made. I know the athletic office also has done some renovation and painting and has spruced up its look as well as transportation. Last year we were able to get doors on the classrooms, which was an improvement, especially for safety purposes. I would like to thank, we have a great maintenance staff here, and they've worked very hard. They have limited time to get in and do some of these jobs because they do have to work around school hours, and so we have a maintenance crew that worked very hard to enlarge the nurse's office, and they were pushed right up to the very beginning of the school year and under a lot of stress at that time to get things done, and they came through for us.
As noticeable as the improvements are, we hope that the rest of our students appreciate it and help our school out by cleaning it and taking care of it.
Who knew such little changes could do such a big difference?
Yes, I can't agree more, Jim.
One very important improvement would have to be the new teachers.
Definitely. Have you met any of them yet?
As a matter of fact, I have one of the new teachers for Spanish too.
For real?
No fake, man. No fake.
Alright, so let's get an inside scoop on the teachers with Brett and Zachary.
Marshall High School. Same students, same teachers. We've come to interview the new teachers here at Marshall High School for the 2008-2009 school year.
I've had experience in ESL and Spanish. I taught for the last 3 years in another school district, Spanish, 8th grade Spanish through Spanish 2. And I really like it at Marshall. I really like the faculty. I think the faculty is fabulous, and I really am appreciative of the enthusiasm of the students so far.
I'm Morgan Beeler, and I have Mr. Gaskell for 6-hour English, and he's pretty cool, pretty laid back. We do a lot of cool activities. We just got done doing stuff with songs where we broke it apart and got the meanings and everything. And he always jokes around and stuff, and everyone in my class just calls him MG for Mr. Gaskell, and I don't know, he's pretty cool.
We have hired several new staff members here at Marshall High School this year. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Gaskell are two new comm arts teachers, and this is their first year teaching. We have Mr. Smith, who is a new science teacher, and he has taught before and has moved here or is relocated. He lives from Sweet Springs. We have Mr. Dittmer, who is a Marshall native and Marshall High School graduate, but he just graduated from Missouri Valley College, and he is a first-year art teacher. We also have Mrs. Hernandez, who is a Spanish teacher, and we have 3 special services teachers, Mrs. Koch, Mrs. Grace, and Mr. Ming. When I'm hiring in the spring, I'm looking for someone who is willing to be a team player, who's willing to look at positive changes in education, and who's willing to work very hard.
Well, I just want to say welcome to all the new teachers and hope they have a great year here at MHS. This is Brett and Zach reporting. Back to you guys in the studio.
Was that you, Jimmy?
Ha, ha, ha. No, that was Mr. Gaskell. I get that a lot.
No, dude, really, that was totally you. Look at this picture of yours.
Anyway, it seems as if everything new here at MHS is inspiring.
You know what is inspiring? How kids give up a whole year in high school to experience life in another country.
Yes, very inspiring stuff, Trey.
You know, we have a few of them here at MHS.
Yeah, but I haven't really gotten to know any of them quite yet.
Well, that's about to change, my dear friend. Take it away, Christian, Mark, and Jeremy.
I'm Mrs. Gomer. I'm the junior senior counselor at Marshall High School, and I'm going to talk about the foreign exchange program that Marshall Public Schools actually help support. This year we have 2 students, and we are expecting 2 more students. We have a student from Germany, and we have a student from Sweden. And how it works is we actually have a representative in our community. Her name is Sharon Carney, and she actually works through EF to place students with families. They send us the paperwork with their grades and academics and questionnaires that they have to fill out in order to qualify. It is a requirement for them to take American history and an English class.
This is Christian from OWLTV reporting with our new foreign exchange student, Carl Ingstrand. How you doing, Carl?
I'm good.
Tell me where you're from.
I'm from a town called Uppsala, Sweden.
Is Marshall much different than Uppsala?
It's smaller.
So you playing any sports this year?
Soccer.
How's that going for you?
I don't know, my first game is today.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I am.
So who are you staying with?
Williams.
How do you like them so far?
I like them very much.
Hi, I'm Britton Williams. Carl of New Foreign Exchange students living with me. He's from Sweden. He's playing soccer. He likes to play guitar, eats a lot. We're trying to get him to get some girls.
I'm Alyssa Brown, and I'm a foreign exchange student at Marshall High School, and I'm a junior. I'm from Cologne. We can eat lunch, what's very different to Germany because we just eat lunch at home. I love to go horseback riding and to play volleyball, sometimes playing basketball or something like that.
I feel like I'm practically best friends with them now.
I agree. They look like swell young adults.
You're darn tootin'.
They always seem to be good at sports, too.
Yeah, doesn't one of them play soccer?
Yes, I believe so. That brings us to our next story this week, boys soccer with Colton and Aaron.
Earlier today, we caught up with Coach Postgate, the boys soccer head coach, and we asked him a few questions about the season.
So far, I think it's gone pretty well. I think the boys have been able to respond to me pretty good. I've known most of them some of them for 4 or 5 years, coaching at the 8th grade level, and really I've coached most of them at the JV level, and then this year, everybody's kind of moved up. So I think it's been a pretty easy transition.
What are your expectations for the boys soccer team this year?
Well, I asked the guys that, and they, their thoughts were compete for a district title, and that's, kind of what you want to do every year. But I think hopefully this year we'll have the talent to do that and be successful. It'll be tough, but I think we'll be able to be right up there.
Do you feel this team has improved from the team of last year?
We got to replace a lot of guys last year. We had, probably 11 or 12 seniors last year, and replaced a bunch, so we had a lot of our JV. We had a good JV last year, but a lot of those guys came up and they're playing now, and we'll eventually play some more. So it just kind of depends on those inexperienced guys for JV coming up and stepping up, and the guys that have already played varsity, just their leadership and different things that they can do for the younger guys.
Are there any real differences between coaching the girls and the boys?
Not really. Not as far as tactically wise, not really. But it's it's just dealing with emotion differently, and then you do different things with girls than you do with boys, and vice versa. As far as just talking to them wise, getting them motivated, all that stuff is just different. It's not necessarily tactically. It's just kind of how you deal with the kids themselves, being girls or being boys.
Well, thank you for taking time to talk to OWLTV.
Thank you guys.
Well, we would like to thank Coach Postgate for taking time to talk to us. The boys seem really good this year. Hopefully, you'll come out and show some support. From the soccer field, back to you all in the studio.
Man, that soccer team is sure looking good this year.
Yeah, they definitely know how to move the ball up and down the field.
Yeah, the girls' golf team is also looking pretty good.
Now, that's something we can all agree on.
Yes, sir. DP and Brandon have more on the story.
The reason why I joined golf team was I was 7 years old and my mom took me out on the golf course and it was really fun. And Morgan Lamberson helped me, I guess, and it was just a new experience. So that's why I joined the golf team. The new golfers, we have Cassie Craig, Peyton Earhart, and Lexi McDaniel, and they are very good team members. And Peyton is shooting in the 130s on 18 holes, and Cassie is also. So they really have improved their scores. So I look forward to them going on to district and state. Yeah, we have a good chance to go to state because we are hosting districts this year, the first time in, I think, 5 years. And so we're at our home course, and we just get the home field advantage, I guess. After high school, I plan on going to the University of Missouri and majoring in agriculture, so I'm not planning on playing golf unless I get a scholarship. We need to improve on our putting. We have many golfers that are having 3 and 4 putting, so we need to improve on that and then just keep our teamwork going and improve on basic skills.
Dang, girls golf looks like they are sure showing off their school spirit this year.
Talking about school spirit, birdcage sure has changed a lot this year, huh, Jim?
Mm-hmm. You know what they say, Trey? Mess with a bird,
you get the talons.
Let's take a look at what people had to say about that.
So guys, why don't you tell us a little bit about birdcage and how it has changed from last year?
Birdcage is our pep club for Marshall High School, and pretty much it's run by the Big Four this year, and that's the president, which is me, Rick Schulenberg, vice president Maddie Keller, secretary Kelsey Payne, and treasurer Matt Limecooler. And we have to get all of our ideas together, and we go and meet Mr. Latham, the activities director, really cool guy, and we go to him and talk about our ideas, and he okays them. And pretty much this year we've changed it in drastic ways, and we're trying to implement it into softball, soccer, almost every sport. So if you want to join Birdcage, it's $15, and you get a T-shirt, super sweet, because our Vice President Maddie Keller designed them, and we hope to see you guys out there.
My name is Maddie Keller, and I'm the Vice President for the student body and for Birdcage. There's the cheering committee, and you are responsible for leading the cheers throughout the group. You're going to help motivate the players in any sport that we attend. There's the tailgating committee, and you are responsible for making sure that the food is there that we need for tailgating, planning like the tents. If it's going to be rainy, bring tents out. You cook the food and just help make the event go smoothly. There is the body paint committee, and this is for people that are really extremely spirited, and they'll paint their chest, mostly males, hopefully males, and spell out different random sayings that we have. The last committee is the poster committee, and they are responsible for making all the beautiful posters that we hang around our school that support all the different teams.
Thanks, guys. This is Roxy.
And Marty.
Reporting live. Back to the studio.
Wow, looks like people sure are excited about Birdcage.
Yes, Trey. Sure does. Well, it looks like that's all we have for you guys this week.
Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to call us at 886-2244, extension 265.
For OWLTV, I'm Jimmy Rector.
And I'm Trey Clemens. Keep it classy, Marshall.